Hello everyone, and welcome to Biopedia. In today's episode, we're going to be extending our discussion of twins from episode 27. This is because we will be talking about a rare duo of phenomena, namely superfetation and superfecundation. In the majority of cases where humans ovulate, a single egg ends up being fertilized and leads to one fetus being created. However, more than one egg might be released at the same time. Therefore, multiple eggs might be fertilized. We discussed this in relation to dizygotic twins back during episode 27. Now, superfetation is defined as a separate fertilizing event which might happen while the pregnancy is already underway. Put another way, a female might become pregnant with the second child while still pregnant with the first. Contrast this with superfecundation, which refers to children being born in the same pregnancy having the same mother but not the same father. Twins born via this process would share 25% of their genetic material. From a genetic standpoint, they have as much similarity as half-siblings would, rather than full siblings as would normally be the case for non-identical twins. A paper from 2020 pointed out that such twins, also called heteropaternal twins because of their different fathers, are frequently misidentified as just being non-identical twins. We've discussed sesquizygotic twins in the past, referring to twins arising where one egg is fertilized by two sperm and the egg subsequently splits in half. This essentially leads to semi-identical twins, as has been seen only twice in humans. Well, in the case of superfecundation, one of my papers describes a phenomenon where, for example, twins might be born and have different skin colors, in the case where they have different fathers matching these conditions. Our definitions lead us on to an example of superfecundation in humans. One of the authors of a 2020 paper, Nancy Segal, received a communication from a woman who said that she and her twin brother did a DNA test to find out they did not share a father. The twins had been born in 1965 to parents who had previously married when they were 17 and 14. The twins had 4 older brothers and 2 older sisters, with the oldest child being 18 when the twins were born. If you want a rough idea of a chronology, this would mean the eldest being born in about 1947. The mother's 5th pregnancy had resulted in a stillborn child. Now let's move on to the twins. The mother had cheated on the father with a man who appeared to be of Native American extraction. Out of the twins, the brother had some similarity to this people group, and apparently there had been gossip about different fathers for as long as they had lived. The daughter had first heard about these rumours when she was 18, so in about 1983 or so. The study mentioned saliva being collected from many family members of these twins, which were tested via Ancestry.com. This enabled testing of something called centimorgan overlap. A centimorgan is a unit of measurement saying how much relative distance there is between genes on a given chromosome. 1 centimorgan is equivalent to 1% chance of crossing over, which refers to individual chromatids exchanging their DNA. Combining this with what I remember from my genetics education, it's basically a measure of how far away 2 genes are on a chromosome, and because of this, how likely they are to get swapped over during crossing over. On a human chromosome, a centimorgan is about 1 million base pairs in length. The twins shed 1,728 centimorgans. Half-siblings share about 1,759, and the paper notes that the amount of DNA shared between these 2 twins was the same as that of half-siblings. This lines up with what you would expect given what we discussed above. The idea that twins might be born with different fathers meant that twins were, in the past, frequently assumed to be the result of cheating. However, in this example, we do in fact see twins born with different fathers. There is a second paper I'll discuss today which says that there are different explanations for supposed superfetation. The first is that twins can just be different sizes, which 8% of the time is greater than 25% between 2 twins. People can therefore believe that they are not the same age. Some fetuses can be born prematurely while others are born at the correct time. There can also be fraudulent claims, as happened in Italy in 2001. Alternatively, scans can show 1 child in a first scan and then 2 in a second scan. In other words, something was missed in the first scan and the idea of superfetation then comes up to explain this. That brings us to the end of today's episode. As always, thank you all for listening. Feel free to get in touch at the show's email address for any questions, comments, or topic suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, have a great week, everyone.